Hey guys, moving on to the next topic here. As you can see, the central question for today is, why did the directory fail? As you will see, the directory is the organization that will take over once Robespierre is dead. They're the ones that will kind of fill in this vacuum of power that will come up. But let's get started. After the death of Robespierre, as you can see, as we talked about in the last video, France is going to move into the third phase. His death is the end of the second, the radical phase. And we're going to the other end of the spectrum. We're going from radicalism to conservatism. And once he's dead, the National Convention takes action. They do a couple of things. They restrict the power of the Committee of Public Safety, which is what Robespierre is in charge of. So they take power away from them. Churches are allowed to reopen, and a new constitution was written. As you're going to see, and hopefully you guys are making the connection, they're going to have a lot of constitutions written during this revolution. There are at least 2 or 3 of them that will be written in a very short span of time, and each of them is pretty different. And in this case, the Constitution sets up 2 legislative houses, simply to keep one political party from getting control. It's Council of 500. There's there to draft laws, and the Council of Elders, people who've been there for a long time, are going to accept or reject the laws. Both houses have to be chosen by electors, otherwise known as qualified voters. As you can see, just a quick couple things. They had to own or rent land worth a certain amount of money. Only about 30,000 men will be able to vote in this new system. And very, very, very different from the universal suffrage that we talked about in the previous video. That was won under the Paris Commune. And the directory is set up during this constitution. It's made up of 5 members they call directors. Directors are chosen directly by the Council of Elders. Known for 2 things, weakness and corruption. They are not, this committee is not very organized, nor is it very effective for those 2 reasons. The Constitution sets this directory up, but unfortunately they do not give them the authority to actually do anything. So you have weakness right there, and then the men who the Council of Elders choose to be the directors are not very honest people. Many problems are going to continue to plague France under these guys' rule. High prices, bankruptcy of government. The initial problem that caused the revolution, the bankruptcy of the government, is not going to be solved by this directory or their constitution. They just don't know how to fix that issue. Citizen unrest and fighting among political factions. The directory is set up. They are the ones that are listed as being under control, but unfortunately, nobody is actually listening to them. And we'll wind up with a coup d'etat because nobody listens. The weakness of the directory leaves the power vacuum. The military is going to be the ones that are enforcing control. And one man is going to be the one who takes control. His name is Napoleon Bonaparte. He is a brilliant, brilliant military leader. Absolutely brilliant. Armed supporters of Napoleon surrounded the directory in 1799, and they unleashed a coup d'etat, a forced transfer of power. Replaced the group of 3 consuls called the consulate, and Napoleon is voted in as the first consul. So he pretty much comes in, takes over the directory, replaces it with 3 people of his own, and he elects himself the first leader. In essence, he becomes the emperor, as you can see in this picture right now. He elects himself the first consul, and he deems himself the emperor as the only one in charge, which we're going to get to in the next video. But until then, I will see you guys next time.